Are you being careful or fearful? I think that those two terms can get mixed up sometimes. And again, my whole thing is slowing down and being more observant and being more aware of things, and then you can really understand what's happening. So care being the operative word, which I associate with love, and fear being the opposite to that. So if you're being full of fear, that would give me the assumption that there's an energy surrounding that situation, as I understand, or not even that you think you understand what that is, when in reality fear comes a lot from not understanding something. And when you don't understand something, chances are you don't inquire. You're not attempting to understand by asking questions, by getting closer to whatever the thing is. And when you're being full of care, that comes from love. So even if you might have learned a lesson from whatever, and it makes you, it first probably made you feel uncomfortable, but then after that, yes sir, but after that, then maybe you was appreciative and grateful for that circumstance. So therefore now you can be full of care, full of love when it comes to that experience you had. So this goes back to some understanding that I've been gaining over the year or so, with understanding that you can go back in time and change things simply by continuously to evolve. So if you even if I evolve today, next week, a month, I can look back even from a week from now and be like, oh, I understand that differently now, because I was understanding it from a fearful, presumptuous, judging angle, when really and truthfully in this world we need to understand each other, but first we need to understand ourselves. And when we have compassion for ourselves and understand that I am doing my best, I'm doing my best with the tools and the resources and the information and experiences I've had, and that's all I have until I keep moving forward. So sometimes fear stops people. So people like, I'm not gonna keep moving forward, I'm just gonna stay here because it took a lot to get here, and da 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 da. And it's so easy to slip into being overly comfortable. And comfort is a great thing. But if you want growth, you have to continuously move forwards. Move forwards and just keeping moving in general. And every time you move forward and you see something new, or you come across a new experience or overcome a challenge, you expand, you expand, you expand. And the more you expand is the more you're able to understand your environment, people, things, events, based on the fact that you have a wealth of understanding which comes from love. And when it comes to love, you embrace, you have patience. So the more patience you have for something, the more you can understand its intricacies, its details. And a lot of us have an expectation of being understood that way, because that's how we look at people, we have that same energy, and when it's not reciprocated sometimes, we feel inadequate in some way. But again, that just comes from a lack of understanding. So the more care we put in the things and the tasks we do, the more we shall prosper. So the thing I'm saying is to challenge yourself. I am challenging myself to put love in everything I do, and not being careless and just you know what, I'll do whatever and da 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 da, because it can get like that as well. It's about being focused and consistent, and the more you're doing that, hello, the more you do that is the more you feel good about yourself. And the more you feel good about yourself is the more you can share that with others and make them feel good about themselves also. Because sometimes we can get in our heads, we can take things personal, we can take on other people's ideas that are not necessarily ours. And when I say, even just saying that, ideas and thoughts don't belong to us until we attempt to grab a hold of them and use the belief mechanism, which is thinking about it again and again and again until you now feel like this is you. So the bottom line is, let's challenge ourselves to be more careful, more full of love. In fact, I want to re-coin it and call it loveful. Let's be full of love and take time with everything we do. Be gentle. Let's give that a go.